Alright, so it's about 7:30 Wednesday morning, 7:30 local time, mountain time here. Heading down for breakfast in a few, and then all day filming. Should be fun. Well, thank you, Mike Pickett, for the positive YouTube comment. I am glad you liked yesterday's vlog. I realized last night that the dress code is actually casual, but too late. All my jeans are about 3,000 miles away. So, I think it might be sticking out like a sore thumb today, but it's better to be overdressed than underdressed. Remember that. Definitely overdressed. I can't bring the suit jacket and not wear it though. Rock and roll. Alright, taking a quick break from filming. And then we are heading out for a tour of the city. Something I didn't know about Santa Fe. We're pretty high up there. I mean, it's fairly flat where we are. There's mountains around us. But yeah, I wasn't feeling super great, not 100%. And it turns out we're extremely high. The elevation here is incredible. We have about 25% less oxygen than at sea level. They tell you should be drinking water, keep yourself hydrated. Otherwise, you might start feeling lightheaded or tired or just kind of queasy. What's the elevation of Santa Fe?
The elevation of Santa Fe, New Mexico is about 6,995 feet.
Yeah, that's 2.6 Burj Khalifas on top of each other, so that explains a lot. Yeah, that's 2.6 Burj Khalifas on top of each other. It's 1.3 miles up. Alright, I'll be drinking extra water. Alright, better get down there before they miss me. I've got one more thing to shoot before the tour. Let's get to it. Alright, I have about 30 minutes before I've got to be back downstairs. At that time, we'll be taking a guided trolley tour of downtown historic Santa Fe. So I'm looking forward to that. And that, you know, that's one thing I really love about creating video content for events and for brands and things like that. You get to experience these things that you normally wouldn't have. Last year, for the same client, I was in New Orleans, and I was part of a parade going up Bourbon Street and through the streets of historic New Orleans, and I got to film that. It is proprietary and internal use only kind of thing, so sadly I cannot link it, but trust me, it happened. And yeah, this year I'm doing that trolley tour of historic Santa Fe, so really cool stuff. I get to see places that are usually off limits. I get to go to cool locations and film fun events, so you can't beat it. You know, that's something I want to talk about today, and that is chasing your dreams, which sounds kind of, I don't know, cheesy, I think, as the words popped out of my mouth and I heard myself say it, but life's too short. If you know what you want, I mean, there's calculated risk in anything, but do it. You know, you don't want to look back at 60, 70 years old and go, man, I wish I did X or Y. Why did I not get out of my comfort zone? This right here is getting out of my comfort zone, speaking to a camera, being in front of the camera. I interviewed a few people today who aren't used to being in front of the camera, they don't particularly enjoy it. I feel the same way. I feel their pain. They did great. They did a really good job. But it's just facing your fears, just getting out there, getting in front of the camera, hitting record, jumping out of the plane, literally or figuratively, and just going for it. You have to do it. Okay, a takeaway here. I'm giving you homework. Do I have myself in focus? Because if not, I'm going to cry. Oh, good. Right now, not right now, finish watching this vlog. Afterwards, get out a piece of paper and a pencil and write down 3 things you absolutely want to accomplish in your life. 3 things, and start working on them immediately. Like, start today. If that's picking up the phone and calling a contact and saying, hey, listen, I want to do this, or I want this position, or do you have an opening for this? I mean, so much of life is defined by what we do, because like some of the people I interviewed today said, we're awake and at work more than we're awake and at home. That's so true. So keep that in mind. I mean, you know, whether good or bad, what we do for a living defines us to a large extent. So you need to love what you do and be proud of it. I know people who work for building services, and they sweep the floors and clean the windows, and they love what they do. They take great pride in it. Everybody knows that they're good at what they do. They're very good. If they want the job done right, you call that person because they're going to get it done. And that person's happy. Now, in that kind of a career, you're not pulling in 6 figures, but you're happy. When I first started Empire Studios and I went full-time with it, I was making less than what I made when I was working 9 to 5 at first. And it was a hit to the budget. You know, just be a little bit more conscious as I build up more clients and get more projects, but I was the happiest I've ever been. And not because the jobs I had before I hated. There's only one job I ever hated. I'm not going to get into it, don't worry. The last job I had, the last 9 to 5, I was working with a relocation company, and I helped market and sell real estate across the country. And I really did enjoy it. The people I worked with were great. The client contacts were fantastic. I really, really enjoyed working with them. The transferees were fantastic. But it wasn't what I wanted to do. It wasn't my passion. It's when I got up in the morning, it's like, okay, I'm going to go to work and do my thing. But this is, I mean, this is it for me. For you, it could be cleaning. It could be, I met someone on a plane on the way over to Santa Fe, and she's a waitress. She left a better paying supervisory position to be a waitress. And she has less responsibility. She makes less, but she's so much happier. I think that says a lot. So figure out what you want to do. If you're not sure what it is, spend some alone time and write down things that make you happy. Even if it sounds silly, like, you know what? I like doing watercolors. Well, my sister, who I plugged in a previous vlog, just started playing around, and she realized, hey, I guess I'm pretty good at this, because people are saying, hey, can you make me one? And then she started selling them, and selling them for more, and the demand is off the charts, and she keeps raising her prices, and people keep flooding in, and she's getting orders faster than she can make them. She has no schooling, but she's really good at it. Now, as of right now, she's only been doing it for like 2 weeks, but it's not going to be her full-time profession. But there's no reason why it can't be if she wanted it to be. And there's no reason why whatever you want to do can't be your source of income, the way you make a living. So, bottom line, life's too short to do shit you hate. So get out there and do what you like. All right, well anyway, I will leave my computer running. I am continuing to work on the World Community Grid. It is currently working on uncovering genome mysteries. Long stories, top for another vlog. I will leave a link down below for more information on the World Community Grid and how, if you want to, you can team with Empire Studios on it. Again, topic for a whole other vlog. I think I'm a little long-winded here. Anyway, enough talking. Time for a fun montage of Santa Fe. I wish the elevator was that fast. All right. It is 11:15. My body thinks it's about 1 a.m. And I still have to edit the vlog. So, let's get to it. I say that a lot. Let's get to it. Let's rock and roll. Let's go. I gotta come up with some